This is Todd Jersey. I am the principal of Todd Jersey Architecture here in Berkeley. This is a short, what we call a Todd Talk on ADUs or accessory dwelling units. I get asked this question a lot, which is the question, should I do a custom architect design accessory dwelling unit, or should I try to pick one of the many and growing number of off-site built, brought to pre-built, pre-manufactured, or sometimes referred to modular buildings. So I wanted to go over this question with you in a short talk and cover the concerns and the criteria that I use to answer that question people ask. Really, what we wanted to consider when looking at this question is the question of the time it takes to do the project. Of course, as a potential owner, client, you're going to be interested in these three: time, cost of the project, and then aesthetics, function, and performance. So let's just go through what I have found in looking at these questions. When it comes to time, modular sort of saves time in the design phase because these are pre-designed. Modular is going to be about the same amount of time as a custom built for getting your permits. You still have to go through a permitting process. Construction-wise, a modular is going to save you a few months as well. You still have to have a site-built foundation, site-built infrastructure, plumbing and electrical has to be done on site. So it isn't as if you just say, bring in the modular and a month later you have a building. So you do save about 3 months in construction using a modular. So there's time savings involved using modular. Costs. The design, you're going to, again, for the modular, it's pre-designed. You're going to save money on design fees. Permit fees are the reason there's an unhappy face. Nobody wants to pay for permits. Both of these cost about the same, depending on your municipality. Construction, you are going to potentially save money. The potential is there. The modular people will. This is one of their main selling points. Time, and our buildings are cheaper. That is really relative. The thing about modulars, they are fixed costs. Whereas if you do custom, you might be even, you might be a little bit more, and you might be less expensive than a modular. So a custom is going to be able to work with your construction budget better than a modular company. Then we move to where the modulars don't do as well. And the custom, this is where, a custom built, custom architect design, custom design for you, for your site, it really shines. So design flexibility is a really important aspect of accessory dwelling units. They're mostly in the backyards. They're in confined spaces. You need to be able to have the flexibility of dealing with a backyard that may look like this, a house here. How do you deal with basically the high amount of constraints for a small building? So design flexibility, a custom design, modulars are poor. They don't have design flexibility. The custom has infinite design flexibility. Privacy issues. The modular is going to come with a window there or there or there. You have a limited ability to deal with one of the most important aspects of an ADU, which is a privacy between the main house and the accessory dwelling unit. So custom, we can put windows wherever we want. We can enter the building where we need to. Privacy issues are much better dealt with when you're doing a custom design building. Maximizing the size, we sort of talked about this. Again, in a backyard, you have 4-foot setbacks, side and backyard, and then you have three or more foot setback from the main house. That's what we call a building envelope. Building envelope, say maybe 30 feet by 20 feet. you want a building, if you want to maximize the size of the ADU on your property, this is what you want your building to be. You're not going to find modulars that precisely fit your building envelope. You need to go to customization. That's also an economic issue, because if you have to settle with an ADU that's only 75% of the size you could put in, you're downgrading your economic benefit of the project. Lifestyle fit is sort of similar to what I was talking about. Working for small lots, we've talked about that, lot constraints, much better for custom. Durability and maintenance. Here's a pet peeve I have. As an architect with pre-built, I have not seen a pre-built. I've seen about 8 of the companies, and where I really liked, when I looked closely at the details, where I thought it would be to our quality, our standard. So I have issues with the durability and the maintenance of these buildings, their ability to hold together, not delaminate over time. Aesthetics, this again, a place where custom built is going to shine. You get the colors you want, you get the exact looks you want. We can pair the building exactly with the context, with the existing house, and so forth. So big plus on aesthetics. Our buildings are much better looking than modulars. Although the modular looks pretty slick on the advertisement, they don't fit the context very well. Callbacks. When you have problems with a custom-built ADU, you have a contractor 100% responsible for your building for at least a year. And the good contractors that we use, if you call them back in 3 years, they're going to come back. They're going to come back and fix that building. So you don't. That's another big plus on using the custom-built ADUs. Okay, so basically what you're doing is, here's the competition. Really, this is neutral, and you're competing between these two things. Saving some time, 3 or so months, versus having the kind of functionality, design flexibility, customization, performance, and function. Most people, this is why we rarely do this, modular. Most people are going to choose this, all of these issues over saving 3 or 4 months. And that's our Todd Talk. Thanks for joining.